In this video, we are going to become Sid inside of Verse Piece. Yes, good old Sid. Such a good anime he's from, my lord. The best satire and best example of his genre. And his attack in the game is very, very strong. It's surprisingly easy to get even around like mid-game, I think. And it is dealing so much damage, my lord. You'll see what I mean in a moment, but it does take a little bit of time to get, especially if your damage is on the lower end. But luckily, none of the requirements are that rare. So if you haven't already and you do enjoy this video, please drop a quick like and subscribe. It is free and it does help out the channel. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, it's time for us to become Sid, good old Shadow. Now, apparently, this is supposed to be pretty like new player friendly, at least the first part of it. I'm not too sure about the second part. But this is a if you're new to the game and like, let's say you're max level and you're just using like default, nothing too crazy gear and setup and all that. Apparently, this is something that's really worth going for. Because I mean, I've only been asked to do this a few times since I started playing this game. Like just a few comments, just a little bit. I'm not even sure if y'all even really want this, to be honest. Just haven't really seen the demand, you know? But we're doing it nonetheless. Okay, so this is a weird one. Now, I'm hoping I'm doing this correct, but there is this event exchange NPC on the starter island. And if we talk to him, there's a few different things in here that we can get. There's Sid's eyes, there's the dungeon medal, Sid's cloak, and Sid himself. Now, if we want to buy these, we do have to get shadow fragments by running the shadow castle dungeon, which isn't that expensive to run. Now, there is a chance just to get the item called a Sid's sword. It's a 1% chance from the boss, which will just give me the item. But I'm not too sure if I want to get that item and claim it, because apparently the only way to get the Sid sword's item is from the dungeon at a 1% chance. So I kind of just want to get it just to have it and not use it, if that makes any sense, because it's kind of rare. But I'm guessing let's just go in and let's see what happens. We're using Sunjin Woo and Rimuru for this, alongside Draconic Monarch, Grade 5 Hockey, and then we have a good damage multiplier because of Monarch, and a Wizard Mask if we need the extra damage, which we most likely won't. But it's nice to have. So our main goal is to get 1,000 fragments, and there is an easy and hard mode. You know what, let's start with the easy mode, because I'm guessing that's what we want to run if we're doing the V1. So run, we selected easy, make sure to click it a whole bunch, start, and it looks like it's wave-based enemies, shadow soldiers. Question, are they all like girls, or they just have different hairs? I see, we're getting shadow fragments. Is that the exact same thing? No, that's a different thing. Okay, ignore the shadow shards then. What are shadow shards used for then? I have no idea. But hey, these enemies drop quite a bit of shadow fragments. So this is exactly like the Rimuru dungeon that we ran last video. I bet wave 5 will probably be Shadow himself. And they're using light fruits. Interesting. And oh wow, okay. Rimuru might be really good for this actually. And then we have the boss. This is Sid. He has very little health. Okay. But he did give a lot of shadow fragments. Just out of curiosity, if I select hard mode, well, on that, okay, won't stop the hard mode. Dang it. Well, shoot, I'm just gonna use that. Yeah, no, that's just better. Like huge AoE attacks like this. I mean, they just walk into range and die. It's so nice. Yeah, that's way better. Literally, so many AoEs. Yeah, this boss doesn't have much health. It has, if I just hit him once, let him do his thing, like 800k kills immediately. So let's say he has like 750 maybe. That is very weak. And we're already up to 444. Okay, this is gonna go by really fast. We just gotta do this like 5 times to get Sid. I mean, if you can deal a decent amount of health without dying, this will work out well for you. And I think there is respawn. So if you just like deal that much health, you're set no matter what. And we also have this one. Yeah, Rimuru is so good for this actually. Literally just AoEing them like crazy. Oh, that has even more range. Okay, I know this works so well. And okay, he does the attack that lets me not hit him like right away. Okay, one more round and we should be good. I think it was 1,000, right? Yeah, it was 1,000. My lord. I almost feel bad for these guys. They are getting demolished. And there we go. Okay, we got more than 1,000. Okay, let's leave. All right, let's go to the spawn island. So that way we can purchase Sid. 1,000 shadow fragments. There we go. Instantly gave it to us. We get his sword. I'm pretty sure. If I don't remember correctly. It's been a while since I watched. But I think his sword is made out of slime, correct? Like the same with all of the suits for all like the shadow garden members and all that are all made out of like slime. I don't remember exactly. But before we do damage test, I think this is worth upgrading because I've heard so many people say that this is something you want to go for almost immediately. I don't know if they mean Sid by himself or the V2. So we're going to test the V1 because it's pretty easy to get and I have so many enhanced stones. So if we just enhance this, that way we can get the 3.5% damage upgrade each stone, so 5 in total. Let's see how much damage it does and let's see what it does because I actually haven't looked into this attack much, like at all. So we have our Z, 3 slashes, third one's a lot bigger. Didn't have any sound. Okay, our X is a... Ooh, that's cool. I like that. A ground slam and rapid slashes. Our C is rapid slashes, similar to Sun Jin Woo's. Probably other way around because I think this one was made first. And then our V. Such a good scene. I love that. And no F. Okay, cool. So 3 attacks and a nuke. That probably doesn't have much range. Let's beat a Picari with it. We also have M1s, which are just normal slashes. Nothing special about them. This is our setup. If you want to see, we're using Los Lobos from Stark. So this is like peak damage you can get for the most part. I don't have Impossible Monarch, which is the best you can get currently. M1, 684k, not bad. My Z does 1.4 million. That's actually really good. Our X is 1.3 million. Nice. Our C is 1.9, also good. And then our V, that is such a good attack. 2.3. Not bad. This is definitely a good early game item, and it wasn't that hard to get either. This is a 1 million health boss. I would go for this pretty fast because there's not that many really easy to get good swords. I think it's better than Shizui, which is just a 5 million cash purchase, which isn't much, especially if you're leveling actively. There's not much you can spend money on in this game, like at all. The only other thing you can spend money on really is this, which isn't worth it. But that is nice. I'm glad we got that. Of course, we are going to just go back to Sun Jin Woo. That is so much better, being an endgame item at all. But now we have to wait for nighttime if we want to do V2, because the dealer for V2, the NPC, spawns right here, but only at night. So now it's time for us to wait, which shouldn't take that long. Should just jump to 9 in a moment. Ha, there we go. Nighttime. Okay, this has a hefty list. So 10,000 gems. I think I have that. Maybe. 2 Sid eyes, which we can get over there. We'll do that in a second. 2.5 thousand shadow fragments on top of everything we need to buy. We'll make sure we have enough of those. Sid Kagenou, which we have. That is the sword right here. It's the V1. We need the Shadow King trait, which we can get via this trait NPC. And we already have. It's a 0.025% chance. I saved it a few videos ago. I don't know if it takes it from you when you buy this, but make sure you have another trait just in case. And then we need the Shadow Garden title, which we can only get by defeating 10 hard mode shadow bosses, which I just looked up. So we should probably run hard mode 10 times so we can get that. We might even get more shadow fragments. So basically what we're needing, we have this, and we have this. So we're needing eyes, fragments, and Shadow Garden title. So if we fly back over to the spawn island, we can actually... I've tumbled. Purchase those eyes for 2.5k each. So I don't know if we can get them as drops. That is one thing I do not know. But if we can't, then we need to get 7.5 thousand shadow fragments. In addition, we need extra 500 for the cloak just to have it. So 8,000 shadow fragments, which hopefully won't take too long. Is that just like these dungeon medals? Yeah, it is. I'm guessing that's good for converting any extras you have. But cool. So we need to get a ton, and I mean a ton, of shadow fragments. That is a lot. I wonder if I can even hold that many. I hope we can hold like 10,000 or something. I do not know the caps. Like most of these cap it at 1.5k. Hopefully they don't cap it at 2.5. We can just continuously run. But let's spawn a dungeon. Exact same setup, but this time we're going to run the hard mode, which is going to be required to get the V2. So let's see how much damage we need to deal for this one. Luckily, it's the exact same price, so you don't need to be super rich to run it. You just need to be strong. All right, so spam click hard mode. I don't know. Currently, you can't swap between difficulties mid-server. But make sure you spam click it. And yeah, we got hard mode. How much are they looking at here? Okay, they die with that. They die with my M1s. They're not much stronger. These guys are called the corrupted version, though, which is kind of cool. I mean, they definitely take damage. If I just had to guess, we'll disable that. Okay, we just set 1 here. 700k did one-shot it. So they have less than 700k. If you're trying to figure out how much health we're working with here. And he has less than 3 million health. Okay, he actually isn't that much harder. Like, it's about the same. We'll M1 him next time. Okay, honestly, this isn't too bad. We might even be getting more shadow fragments because all the drop amounts are pretty high. Alright, let's M1 him. How much health does he have? Oh. Okay, he has about, let's say, 1.5 million, maybe. I think. Maybe closer to 2 million. Either way, not an insane amount. He's on the weaker end non-bosses. The final damage on the weapon we get at the end of this should be very, very, very strong. So if you're struggling with any of the other, like, specs I already went for, this one could be worthwhile. Dead. That's what you are. Now, he does all range, but he never gets a chance to actually use it. I actually have the all range because there is, if you're wanting to complete your Sid setup, there is 2 really rare specs. There's Sid's Atomic, and then there's Sid's Atomic All Range. All Range is better, I think. I think they're both a 0.025 from the ability rerolls. But we haven't got anything yet. There's a ton of Shadow Fragments, which isn't bad. And just checking, we're already at 2,000, so we're definitely getting them pretty fast. The final goal is 8,000, which we might actually get before we get our 10 kills. Die. Oh, we get the eyes. Oh, nice. That's lucky. And oh, looks like we do cap it at 2.5k fragments. So that's the price of the eyes. We'd already have those. So we want these for the final purchase and also the armor. Shoot. Okay, let's run one more and then we'll rejoin. Actually, no, we shouldn't even do that because we might get the drop as the armor. I think we can get it as a drop. Okay, we'll just play till we get the badge, or the title, I mean. And then we'll rejoin for the outfit if we don't end up getting it. This is only 500. But nice. That saved us a ton of time. Maybe. I'm not even sure. It probably does, considering, you know, we capped out at 2.5k. Dead. So you might be asking, how many more do I have to do? And the question is, I don't know, because I have not been counting, I realize. If I had to guess, this is my 5th round. If I also had to guess, I'm probably wrong about that. All I know is everything is dying quite effectively. Now, but Imminence Shadows, I really enjoy it too. It's a good... I'm pretty sure it's just a satire on the isekai genre, which just makes it really enjoyable because it has all of the story beats for the most part of like all those like really bad isekais. You know the ones I'm talking about. But like the main character is like purposely trying to go through those, like the school arc, trying to be an NPC in the background. He doesn't think he's the main character. He's also trying to be a vigilante too at the same time. I say trying, but he's succeeding quite well at his goals. But it is such a it's essentially a comedy, I realize, that makes fun of the genre but also is like the best part of the genre, one of the best executions of it. Of course, there are some way better isekais, including some that like have like only 1 season, like, that are really old. But there's a reason that every single game that has the ability to add Sid to it does. It is just such an enjoyable character. No, you stop talking, you're dead. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nah, but it is funny though, because like some of the people he ends up fighting in the anime, I say fighting, but it never really is a fight. It's more of a one-sided slaughter most of the time, because he himself is just so powerful. I don't even think he realizes it too, because there's like literal scenes, and there we go, he's got shadow guarded. But there's literal scenes in the anime where it's like they're doing a climactic, like this would be the finale for the entire like season of other animes, and to him it's just like another Sunday. He's on vacation, encounters somebody doing some magic, and he just like one-shots them, and he doesn't even mean to, I'm pretty sure. But that was insanely fast. You don't even need to withstand the damage the enemies put out. You just need to do enough damage to beat the timer. That's what you're fighting against. And hey, we didn't get the accessory from those. We'll have to go back and do that in a second then. Actually, you know what? Because we have to wait like a few minutes for nighttime. Let's just go buy the accessory, then get 500 more fragments. We're not going to use it. I just want it. It's also a mythic drop, so it's kind of rare. What does it do? I don't even know. 3.5k sword damage. That's not good, but it's a lot better than most of these accessories. Well, glad we got it. Okay, let's go get 500 more fragments. We actually need those for the craft. This should actually take only 1 round. Let's pop the menu up. 84 from the first round. We're at 216 from the second wave. It's on hard mode, by the way. 372 on the third wave. And before we even fight the boss, we got 500. Yeah, that is so fast. Then we beat up Sid. Goodbye, Sid. Hey, Shadow Garden again. Nice. Of course, I am running a ton of drop rate, like multiplier, so like I'm getting like so much more. I think it's like 4 times more that you would be getting, but even then it doesn't take that long. Especially if you can do it, it's just extra time, which is why I paid for them. But that's not a bad boost. Good early game title. But now for the fun part of doing this is the like 5-minute or however long it is until nighttime wait from a fresh server. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure we have everything. So if I just... Actually, I think we need to equip the trait. Wait, equip Shadow King. There we go. We have the title. We don't need to equip it. We have everything else. Purchase. There we go. Sid's is acquired. We have Sid and then also Sid. The V2, which is the exact same default, but we have an aura now, which is actually really nice. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, let's test this out. I think we have all of our attacks. So we have our Z attack, which is the same, but just 2 slashes. Our X is the exact same. Our C is also the same. Our V is all range. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of range. It is all range. Hit all the way over there. Cool. And then we have our F.
遊びは終わりだ。夜が明ければ全ては終わっているのだから。
Oh my lord.
最強に至る道はない。真の最強とは何か。その目に刻め。I am.
Yeah, that's dramatic. That is so cool. That is so dramatic for no reason. I love it. I think it hit all those guys, but I think it missed that one. That is so dramatic. It has such a long cooldown. That is hilarious. I love that so much. So yeah, so I think that is the main difference between the V1 and V2, is I think all the damages are just higher. Yeah, the damages are way higher. And the V is slightly changed to all range instead of normal atomic. And then the F is his like really, really big atomic that he does, I think at the end of season 1. I could be forgetting when he did it, but you know what I'm talking about if you've watched the show. The really, really big one that like covered the entire city that didn't actually go off, I think. I think that's what that one is supposed to be. But let's see how much damage it does. Can I reset that timer? I heard something that you couldn't. You can't. That is tied to you. And there is no resetting that. Okay. Yeah, so the F is bound no matter what. There is no resetting that timer. Gotta wait, probably because it's so dramatic. Well, before we actually use it, almost forgot. Let's upgrade it. And perfect. There we go. Got 5. Well, let's test out the other attacks at least. Hockey and Wizard. Our M1s, 90k? That seems low. What's wrong? Oh, we have no trade equipped. Monarch. Godly. Cool. 1 million. Much better. See the difference of having a trade or not? So 1 million M1. Nice big cuts. I like it. Our Z attack does 6 million by default. Okay. Or not by default. I think that's without mask too. Well, let's try that again. Our Z with Wizard. Yeah, 6 million. That's a lot. Our X does 7.4. Actually insane. Our C does a lot. 8.1. And just to see our V, will it hit before the thing fades? I think it will. Okay, here it is. It's hitting, and it's going to do quite a bit, actually. All range does 10 million, just under. Not bad. All right, now for the fun one. The really, really big attack. Activate and immediately use it. Who would win, Sid or Sukuna? They're both pretty extreme. Is it even gonna last long enough for my ability? Okay, it did. It actually hit during my ability, but didn't even get the full thing out before that. Well, 15.8. That is quite a bit of damage, but it's such a long cooldown that, my lord, might be bad for long grinds, especially because you can't reset the timer, but it is still a really cool ability. I like that a lot. This is cool. I'm a big fan of this. I will say I'm pretty sure Sun Jinwoo is better. I mean, maybe if I'm just using the first 3 abilities, at least the first 2. I'm not sure, both. I think they're interchangeable. Sid and Sun Jinwoo are very interchangeable on which one you use. It's up to preference, I guess. I mean, just because it's my favorite character, I would think Sun Jinwoo is what I'm going to use most likely. But I might use this for some occasions. I mean, I'll just have to wait and see, because it is really, really cool. And dressing up as Sid is really fun. It is such a good character design. But I'm happy with that. That is really good. That is also, I'm pretty sure, the last thing I can get in the game that's going to get a video. I think the only thing I'm technically missing that I do not have that isn't a leaderboard item, like the one Demon Slayer sword you can get for being on the leaderboard, that's just not happening. I'm not that dedicated to the game. Is Zenitsu, which I don't even really want to do right now. There is other things that I am missing just off the top of my head. I don't have Madara. I don't have Anubis, which isn't in the game. Neither one of those are. I do not have this guy from JJK, or Hame, or something. How you say? I don't remember how you say his name. The V2 of Gojo is also not in the game. So waiting on that. I even have the trait prepared. Sounds like it's hard to get though, to be honest. I'm also technically missing reputation. I think I need a ton of reputation to get max grade. I do not have Aizen entirely because of the V1. Missing that, I'll wait for them to add that to the game. There's a Christmas limited, which is Pataru, which is the one Christmas little chibi gremlin thing. That's never happening. Same with Killua. Don't have him. Or Grimmjow. Robin, which is a Halloween thing. Alucard, which is also a Halloween thing, so not happening on either one of those. Kashubo, which is one of the Demon Slayer swords, which is also removed. So literally just a drop from a boss leader removed. Yorichi, which is the leaderboard top 5 on the Endless Dungeon leaderboard. Other than that, I technically don't have Saber or Yoru, which are both very, very weak and I don't need to get. I'll wait for like a V2 or something, or add them to a bulk video. Oh yeah, same with Excalibur. So I am missing quite a bit. Most of it's because it's limited. The rest of it's just because they're not good. But either way, I'm very happy with what I have. I'll just wait for them to add stuff back to the game and add new stuff to the game, which will hopefully happen soon. But yes, a fun game. I really enjoyed it. Very simple with a very, very, very good selection of characters to become the best kind of combo.